everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. There are a few things I want to talk about in this video. First, starting with Lizzo. Now, before I get into this topic, I want to thank Albert for sponsoring this video. Albert is the newer and smarter way to do banking. Traditional banks have problems that we all are too familiar with. They charge pesky overdraft and maintenance fees and force you to maintain a minimum balance. Albert never charges overdraft or maintenance fees, and the sign up is free and easy with the Albert app. Albert is completely different from any bank account you've ever used. Have you ever wanted to get cash back from your debit card? Well, in the Albert app, you can select your favorite merchant and begin getting 5 to 20% cash back whenever you swipe your Albert debit card there. Have you ever needed a cash advance on your paycheck? Well, when you qualify, they'll let you advance up to $250 from your next paycheck and pay it back with no interest and no credit check. Do you ever need advice for managing your finances? Well, Albert has a team of financial experts they call geniuses that will help you make a plan of budgeting, saving, and investing towards your financial goals. And there are so many more perks to banking with Albert. Click the link in the description box to download the Albert app today, and for a limited time, when you open a checking account and connect a qualifying direct deposit, you will get $150. Yes, $150. Now back to the video. We were talking about Lizzo. Lizzo has been minding her business, doing her thing, living her best life, and for some reason people still keep trying her. Now, there is an interesting clip I saw posted by the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. They posted this clip from the Today Show, which was a brief coverage of starving manatees in Florida. And while I was watching this clip, I was a little uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable with the fact that they named one of their manatees after Lizzo. Listen to this.
More and more of these gentle giants are in a life and death struggle. But for all the heartbreaking losses, those that are rescued are likely to survive, like the newest arrivals in Ohio, nicknamed Cardi T, Lizzo, Mary Kate, and Ashley.
Now, I'm sure some of y'all who are watching are probably chuckling. Some of y'all might be asking, well, what's the problem? They nicknamed their manatees after Mary Kate and Ashley, and they even call one of their manatees Cardi T, which is a play on Cardi B. So why is it an issue if they nickname one of their manatees after Lizzo? Well, the thing is, it's not an issue, but it is an issue, because here's the thing. The Columbus Zoo knew exactly what they were doing. They knew that when they named one of their manatees Lizzo, and they knew that when they made this story public, this was going to draw a lot of attention and the jokes were going to fall on Lizzo's head. Because the thing is, people don't care if the manatee is named after other celebrities. They only care if it's named after Lizzo, because Lizzo is a plus size woman. And sadly, people get a kick out of comparing Lizzo to ginormous creatures. It's actually low-key racist if you ask me. Now, am I blowing this whole story out of proportion? Maybe, okay, maybe I'm doing too much with this story, but still, it is a little offensive. I know some people might think it's a little humorous, but in my opinion, it makes Lizzo a target, which is why I thought it was super shady. But tell me what you all think about it. Was it harmless or was it low-key offensive? Now, moving on to the next topic, I want to talk about Chloe and Halle. Y'all know Chloe and Halle have been making a name for themselves ever since they went solo. Chloe in particular has been very active in her solo career. She dropped her gold-selling single, Have Mercy, which has been performing very well on urban radio. And also Halle has been working on her own music, and she just finished wrapping up the Little Mermaid movie. So both Chloe and Halle have been doing their thing, but for some reason, people want to pit the two sisters against each other, and Chloe is tired of it.
It honestly breaks my heart when I see the internet trying to pit me against any other incredible, strong woman. Like, you know, even sometimes when I see it with my sister, they'll try to pit us against each other. And I'm like, come on, that's my best friend. So that breaks my heart.
Recently, Chloe did an interview with In the Know, and she opened up about the constant comparisons that she's been getting to her younger sister, Halle. The interviewer Elaine asked, I know how close you and Halle are, but were there any downsides to having entered this industry with a sibling? Chloe answered and said, there were no downsides on our side, but I will tell you what annoys me a lot. I hate when people online constantly try to compare my sister and I. It's the most shallow, most disturbing thing. It was very off-putting to know how people would try to put two young Black sisters who love their craft so much and love each other so much, how they try to pit them against each other just because they're different in some ways. So that's the only downside. So that's what Chloe had to say about the comparisons between her and her sister. I do think it's a shame that people feel the need to compare Chloe and Halle, but unfortunately, this is how weird people can be sometimes. I mean, what Chloe and Halle are going through is kind of similar to what Tia and Tamara had to go through, and what Tony and Tamar went through, and what Solange and Beyonce went through. Because they both are siblings and they both are in the spotlight, people are going to try to nitpick and compare. If they prefer one sibling over the other, this is what they will do. They will try to prop one up while putting the other one down. And I think in Chloe and Halle's case, this is what people are doing. There are some people who don't care for Chloe, so they will prop up Halle just because they don't like Chloe. And vice versa. There are some people who might prop up Chloe because they might not care for Halle. It's a very, very strange thing, and I can't imagine being in a position like that. But people need to stop doing that for real. If a person prefers one sister over the other, that's completely fine. But it's really unnecessary to tear down or undermine the other sister, or to even make petty comparisons between them. I think that's super unnecessary, and it actually speaks to a larger problem here, that people really don't think two talented Black women, especially two talented Black sisters, can coexist at the same time and be successful without being pitted against each other. There's still this whole idea that only one person can shine and only one person can be the superstar, and that really does a disservice to all of the other talented Black women who are out there. So I really think that's where the root of this whole Chloe and Halle comparison comes from. I think they want one sister to be able to shine over the other, but both of them can shine, both of them can coexist, and they don't need to be compared or pitted against each other. It's not necessary. Now, moving on, I want to talk about an artist who has been making a lot of noise lately, and her name is Muni Long. It's actually spelled like Muni Long, Munilong. I used to think it was called Muni Long, but it's actually Muni Long. Now, Muni Long has a song called Hours and Hours that has been blowing up on TikTok and all over social media. And the song even went to #1 on Apple Music in all genres, which is a big deal. And also, the song is currently at number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, and it keeps on rising and rising. And she also has a gang of other great songs. I mean, y'all should check out her catalog. She doesn't make a bad song at all. And what made me a fan was her song Build a Bay featuring Young Blue. That's one of the first songs I heard from her, and since then, I've been loving her music. I really have. And I'm glad that people are now paying attention. I feel like she's going to have more big hits this year. Another song in her catalog called Sneaky Link is also blowing up. So y'all be on the lookout for Muni Long. She is definitely going to take off in 2022. This is her year, and it's a long time coming. She's been underrated for a very, very long time. If you don't know, Muni Long used to go by the artist Priscilla Renee, but she didn't quite pop off as an artist in her earlier days, so she kind of worked more in the background and she became a songwriter. She's responsible for so many hits. In fact, Talk to Pops posted some of the big hits she's written. She wrote Rihanna's song California King Bed. She wrote Fifth Harmony's song Worth It. She also wrote Pitbull and Kesha's song Timber. She has credits on Mariah Carey's song A No No, and she has credits on Jessie J, Ariana, and Nicki's smash hit song Bang Bang. She wrote Chris Brown's song Don't Wake Me Up. She also wrote V.S.O.P by K. Michelle, which is hands down one of K. Michelle's best songs. I didn't even know that she wrote this one in particular, but this was actually supposed to be her song. This was supposed to be the leading single off of her second album, because prior to that, she had an album called Jukebox, and she also had another project that was scrapped, and she had to wait a long time to release another project. So V.S.O.P was the hit song she needed, but it was given away without her knowledge. This is what Muni Long revealed in her interview with Rated R&B. She said, "My publisher took the song and played it for K. Michelle because they did not want me to put my album out. They wanted me to stay writing songs for other people. So the second album ended up being shelved because I didn't have a first single. I was like, what the F? I don't owe anybody anything. Why won't they write their own song? Why do I have to keep doing this? I was devastated." Muni Long also opened up about this again in her recent interview with the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram.
Can you just describe what you felt in that moment, having to go through that?
It's like, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, you know, I'm just trying to do my thing. Like, why everybody want to write your own song? Everything that has happened to me has gotten me to this place. And in the future, I just decided, like, well, I'm not going to play anything for anybody that I don't want to be, you know, passed around. The song went #1 with her on the R&B chart. So, you know, it's a win for everybody.
So that's what Muni Long said, and K. Michelle's sister actually responded to this interview, and she said in the comments, "No more hours and hours for me. Definitely not a fan of how she handled this. My sister killed this song. Also, she's an amazing writer. She literally writes the majority of the songs on her albums. It's so important to state facts when speaking, Miss Muni." And Muni Long responded and said, "Bye." Muni was over it, and I could totally understand Muni's feeling. If people don't know the backstory to certain things, they won't really understand. But V.S.O.P was a special song that was taken away from her. So when she says write your own song, I don't think she's saying it to discredit K. Michelle in any way. I think she's saying it out of frustration and hurt, because she's thinking back on all the times when she was kind of pushed aside in the industry, and she was only considered useful when she was writing and giving to other artists. And when it was time for her to finally have her own moment and her own hit song, it was taken away and given to somebody else. And she was like, man, y'all need to write your own stuff and stop taking from me. That's what I got from it. I don't think she was trying to be shady to K. Michelle. She was kind of speaking from a perspective that a lot of songwriters in the industry go through. I remember watching an interview from the singer 7 Streeter, and something similar happened to her as well. I can't really pinpoint the exact interview, but I remember she was talking about how she wrote this song that was really deep and personal for her, and the song was given away to another artist without her consent. And I think the song she was talking about was Pieces, because she did reveal later on during her interview with Terrell that Pieces was a song that she did not want to give away, but it ended up going to Tamar Braxton.
Have you ever written a song that you didn't want to give up?
Yeah.
Well, give me one.
Pieces.
Also Tamar.
Yeah. Only because I cried like a baby in that session when I wrote that song.
7 Streeter not only had to go through this, but Ashanti went through this as well. Y'all know some of Ashanti's songs and vocals were given away to Jennifer Lopez. So this is a very common thing in the industry, unfortunately. But I'm glad that Muni Long is now getting the shine she deserves. It's long overdue. She had a lot of setbacks, but she remained resilient and she continued putting out quality content, and now she's finally getting her flowers. So I'm happy for Muni Long. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.